How you doing, Craigie?
Hey, what's up?
You came in to say hi to Jim.
I'm not authentically Jersey.
Neither am I.
I'm
renting.
Am I?
At this point, you are.
22 years, I
Yeah,
think.
you're Jersey.
And
you're Jersey.
Long Island was 19 years. Well, hold on a second now. It was 19 years. I left and then I left, but then I came back from 91.
That story would have taken a dark twist.
I've never been the same since.
I think 90. I think Long Island is about 22 years in Jersey.
So you're in New York. You're both. You could play both.
But I think I'm solid Jersey. Last 22
But you were Fat
years.
Jim in Long Island.
I was Fat Jimmy. Long Island had Fat Jimmy.
There you go. Like I try to convince my kids they're New Yorkers still, and they're like on that board, like I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they were born in New York.
None of my kids were born in New York.
Oh.
Because my wife's not from New York. But they lived in New York the majority of their lives. But I got a high school junior and I got a fourth grader. And it's starting to get a little tricky. A little tricky. It's a good thing Jersey doesn't have professional teams.
Is that the kid who had the unfair dodgeball game?
Yes, that's that is correct. Yeah. Dad, they keep doing jailbreak. We can never win. All right, listen, that's the way it goes.
Oh, man. Jim, with your kids now, you mentioned one wanted to be maybe a model.
Yes.
One singer.
Yes,
and
she was
you
great.
think the middle one should be a comedian.
Hands down.
We all have kids now. We're all in the entertainment business. Wanting your kid to follow in your footsteps. Like, I'm not so sure I want my kid to get into this. You would want your daughter to become a comedian?
If she really loved it.
Right. Well, she loved it.
What I love is the advantage, like we talked about, ball players growing up in that world. Yep. Or if one of Carton's kids say, I'm going to go in the radio world, you know all the back nonsense that led up to it and will really drag your kid down. So for that reason, if they went in that direction, and there is part of me that goes, you kind of run your own destiny. I like that I can go, yeah, I was in a movie. I don't want to do a movie as well. Yeah, I'm a comedian. So I'm blessed that I don't have to go, oh, yes, sir. I'll make sure I'll never do that again, sir. Oh, absolutely, sir. It's nice to make your own schedule. It's nice that you're in that world. It's nice that you can make really good money if you're okay at it, rather than just, crushing it. And I'll be the first one to tell you.
Jim and I were talking the other day. We're like, we don't work for a living.
Yeah.
No. Like, this beats having a real job.
Yes.
So if my kids could do that, great.
That's what I said. Yeah. And it would help me tremendously.
Yes.
Financially. Yes. My kids still, I came home the other day. We went away for 4 days. Brought my youngest one to Florida. Uh-huh. I don't have to leave my 22-year-old or my 19-year-old money for food at the house, my house.
Right.
They go, Can I get money for groceries? I said, what groceries? What was it going to be? Eggs and cooking. Okay. I left $150. Okay? That's $50 for a 22-year-old and a 19-year-old per day.
Right.
That do have jobs when I don't want to work on weekends because that really hurts my social life. And when we came home, my oldest daughter had now she picked us up at the airport in our car, and she goes, "Oh my God, my boyfriend was making dinner." Her boyfriend's an incredible cook. And he's making dinner. I'm like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Oh, and the 19-year-old had her friends over, and we were doing, oh, it's great. As soon as we pull in the garage, my daughter goes, can you Venmo me? Because we didn't have enough money for the groceries.
We went out for ice cream the other day. There's this great ice cream place in Chester called Taylor's Ice Cream, right?
Taylor's?
Yeah. So same thing. My daughter works. She makes like a few $100 a week. She works, right? So we go in, she's going to get like a simple, like a $4 ice cream cone. Dad? Like, Dad, what? I go, it's not like $20. Right. It's a $4 ice cream cone, and I know you got cash on you.
Right.
Yeah. Dad?
How old is your daughter?
She'll be 21 in a month.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Dad?
Yeah, well,
Or you get this one.
It's gonna be
If
table
she'll go to
service soon.
Trader Joe's or something, and she'll buy stuff she likes, she'll leave the receipt on the kitchen counter. I dropped $65 at Trader Joe's. Which one of you is paying me back?
Yes.
Like she went grocery shopping for the family.
Yeah.
Right.
We've had this too. Like, I'm getting my hair cut.
Right.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, it's gonna be like probably a lot. Okay. You just wanted to get a hair. Why is
Wait, Jim, did you have to explain your fame to your kids? Because you were on SNL, like they grew up in it, so they wouldn't know any different.
They didn't know until we would go out, because I would still have friends, either rockers or whatever, and we'd go out and they're like, why does everyone say hello to you? And how does that star know you? And I think even though they would know, like, oh, my wife would like, Will, I don't know how Will. She's like, why do you keep saying Will? It's Will Ferrell. It's like, well, we know Will. Like, what do you mean we know? What does that mean? Whoa, what does that mean? Like, you know, Dad used to. But I think the time they bugged out the most is we popped into SNL, I don't know, 2 years ago. And Matt Damon was there. And we walked in, and Matt goes, hey, Jim, how are you? I say, hey, how you doing? Your family good? He's like, yeah. And I turn on my kid's eyes, like, and Pete Davidson's like, hey, man, how are you, bro? These your kids? I went, yeah, Pete, this is so-and-so. And then went, you know Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I mean, is it? Yeah. Well.
Did you become cooler in their book after that, or were you still just dad?
Still asking me for money.
You're never cool
During
in their
Taylor's
book.
ice cream,
for
we're
money.
Carton's
You're never
kids.
cool in the book, yeah.
You're never cool in the book.
No matter how cool you think you might be, and you do all this really cool stuff for them, and they have access to stuff they normally wouldn't have access to.
I know. Was that you like 2 rows behind in the Yankee game the other day?
I was not at the Yankee game.
That
There's
looked
just
like
another
you.
bald guy at the Yankee game. I get that a lot. Hey,
It
wait a
looked
minute.
like
Some
you.
pale-faced, overweight bald guy was at the
No,
Yankee game.
believe me,
Carton was at the Yankee game.
I work at WFAN. I know there's a lot of white bald guys around.
Yeah,
but
and you know what? I don't go to sporting events.
it looked like you, and you were like, it looked like the person there was with a young teenage-looking kid. I'm like, oh, it must be Carton and Sonny.
Well, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I wish it was in a way, but it wasn't
I was
me.
like, oh, that would have
Wasn't
impressed
me.
your kid, but apparently
Yeah,
not, because
I
it
saw you
wasn't
on
you.
the counter. It wasn't me.
I saw you on the TV.
It wasn't me.
Well, Shaggy? Yeah, very good.
No,
It
it's
wasn't me.
PIX.
But
Wasn't me.
kids that grow up in that have access to stuff that becomes normal to them.
Right.
That they get to an age where they get it, that it's special. Like, I remember when the All-Star game was at Citi Field, 2 of my boys got to shag flies at the home run derby. That's not normal.
Right.
And it was right around that age that they realized, oh, we get to do some really cool stuff here. Like, we were at a Pro Bowl down in Florida, and we were on the field pregame. So they're talking to a bunch of the players, this, that, the other thing. And then, like, security starts moving everybody off the field, and they forgot about us. Now, we did not have any passes to be anywhere near the field for the game, but we're talking to so many players that they must have thought, family,
Yeah,
right? So
You're
the
a
game
minor
starts,
owner.
they do the anthem, the game starts, we're on the field for a Pro Bowl. It was down in Florida. And they're like, Dad, this is the coolest thing ever. You rock. And I'm like, I had nothing to do with this.
We just here.
We're just going to stay till they kick us out. And we were there for like damn near the first half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
that was
remember
cool.
I once interviewed Chris O'Donnell, and he said that he's such a big sports fan, but he gets a lot of free tickets and all that. And he wanted his kids to understand that this isn't real life. This is just because I'm an actor and people want me to come. So he purposefully would buy tickets in the 300 level, up in the nosebleeds, just to take his kids from that vantage point, because he thought hopefully that sort of gets through to them that life
that didn't work.
life isn't always sitting behind the home
That
dugout.
didn't work.
A little glimmer of hope. We were in San Diego, and the 7-line army was there. It was the
Darren
Bartolo
Meaden.
Colon home run game.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't, they're like, come sit with us,
Right.
7-line. But I also know the 7-line army sits in the nosebleeds.
Right.
Okay. Now, San Diego's like, we're going to set you up. So I'm sitting
Prime.
I don't have to get up. They're
waitress,
coming.
yeah.
Wow. This is when it was a little bit of hope. It was me, my daughter, who doesn't even follow baseball. She's like, yeah, let's go to the game. And her friend, we were in San Diego. And the 7 line are they're cheering. The whole crowd is so aggravated by the 7 line army. And then I just looked at them and I go, they invited me to come sit out with them. But I mean, these are pretty sick seats. What do you? Right. Like, Dad, let's go up there. I went, let's do it.
Wow.
And we left that section.
Awesome.
That was my daughter's going. We went up there, and then Bartolo hit the homer.
You're right. There's hope for
It was
humanity.
frat party.
Yeah, you're with the right people for that event. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No
So,
doubt.
Oh man,
There was a little glimmer of hope.